What is up? This is the Salamander, and today I am all fired up for this episode of Naruto Shippuden. And if you didn't know, this is a review, so just enjoy the background gameplay while I give my thoughts on this episode. And I have to say, this was a fantastic episode. I really did like it. I really enjoyed it, and we got a lot of character development. We got a lot of story progression in this episode. But let me just start off with, oh my God, Obito has become the Sage of Six Paths. Oh God, that moment was just so sick. The way he was holding the staff, oh Lord. But anyway, before I get to that shit, let me just say, this episode we basically get to see the aftermath of once Obito became the Jinchuriki. So the 10 tails is gone. It's inside of Obito. Everyone's in shock. And not only is everyone in shock, but Hashirama, the god, I don't know if they refer him, but they refer him as a god of Shinobi. It says to his fellow Hokage, I ain't strong enough to face him. If that does not show how strong the Jubi Jinchuriki, if this does not show how strong the Jubi Jinchuriki is, I do not know what will tell you. Because just by saying that sentence alone shows that if Hashirama can't defeat the Jinchuriki, who the flip can? That's all I got from that sentence. And the further Hokage says, indeed it seems so, bro. This seems like, yeah, but we know that you idiot. We can clearly see he's stronger than you fool. But anyway, aside from that, once Obito became the Jinchuriki, we get to see that taking on the 10 tails inside of you has a massive toll in your mental stability, in your mental state, because we see Obito does no longer, well, is barely clinging on to his consciousness. He probably goes Obito, like Minato actually calls the name Obito, and Obito's like, Obito. He's like, who is that? Like, he doesn't even recognize his own name, or he barely recognizes his own name. You can see that he does not have any mental stability whatsoever. He is gone. He is long past Obito. But then we see his body starts to his body starts to mutate. He starts getting fat all over. I don't know what was going on, but he turns into a snake. He's able to detach his body. It's all weird what happens. But not only was he in the state, but he was able to take down all the Hokages. He was able to get a hold of Naruto and Sasuke and almost kill them. He almost killed Naruto and Sasuke in a deformed state. This just shows how powerful he is. He was able to get up close and personal, and by the skin of their teeth, almost kill Sasuke and Naruto if it wasn't for Minato saving them at that last second. But now we see the black jutsu that he uses is indeed like a combination. According to the third Hokage, it's like a combination of 4 elements, all mixed, like all being like molded together and shit, like changing its nature. So we see that. That is similar to the particle style that the Hokage uses, but it's a fluid type of thing. But Third Hokage also realizes that he has a weakness. It doesn't say what the weakness is, but it says that it has a limit, but we do not know what that limit is yet. So we're gonna get some more about that probably in the future. But then we get to see once Obito goes for Sasuke, or I can't remember if Obito went for Naruto or Minato, but Sasuke saves one of them. And says, you ain't gonna be the one that severs my past and shit. And we get to see a little picture of Naruto getting sliced. This is a foreshadow. Like, we see that Sasuke isn't the goody two shoes we think he would be right now. He still has darkness in his heart. He actually says he wants to sever the ties, which means this foreshadows Naruto and Sasuke could still be fighting. Sasuke still doesn't want to go back with Naruto. He doesn't want to become the old compadres they were. He still has darkness. He still wants to defeat Naruto. And although we don't know what his clear intentions are, this shows that he still has darkness in his heart, and whatever he's planning to do it cannot be good if he wants to sever his ties like that. And then we get Obito's picture when Obito's losing his consciousness. We see his mental state within his body, and the way they presented this scene was incredible, because we get to see Obito's limbs getting pulled limb by limb. And although this may not be physical, it shows his mental state. His consciousness is being ripped apart by the Jinchuriki. However, his determination, his willpower is so strong that he is pulling together the pieces of his body. He is remembering part of his life. He's remembering about Rin, Kakashi, and his sensei. Unlike Sasuke, who's cutting his ties with his past, Obito is trying to put them back together to remember who he is. Which shows how different these two characters are. Even though Sasuke's on the good side, he wants to sever his ties, but even Obito is on the evil side, and yet he doesn't want to sever his ties. He wants to keep them. So this shows how different these two characters are. Like these two characteristics seem like they should be fighting on the opposite sides, where Sasuke should be the villain, severing ties, and Obito should be the good guy, trying to reconstruct his ties. So that we get some character development with that, showing how powerful his willpower and past is. His willpower and his thoughts of his past were. But anyway, that's what we get, and then we get the final image of Sage of Six Paths becoming the Six Paths. Wait, what was the name? The Sage of Six Paths. What else happened in this episode? I guess that was it. Yeah, Sage of Six Paths, and then I think they're about to clash. I cannot remember exactly what happened, but I think that's all that happened. But anyway, this is the Salamander signing out. Hopefully you enjoyed my little review, and subscribe for more. This is the Salamander signing out.